Hakim Danish in 6th. VEDA PRATAMA, the Indonesian, in 7th place from Pugliese, the first of the Italians, and Ruche Moodley in 9th. Hander
on the rev limiter, and away they go. Rico gets moving, but Alvaro Carpe it is. Carpe is the man who's got the hammer down, and then the 51 of Brian Ariarte in 2nd place, I think. He's picked up the slipstream already, and he's looking down the inside. Will he take the inside on the brakes? But Navarro comes around the outside and hangs on to the lead.
Wow, very steadily through turn 1 for quite a few riders there. Another sluggish start, unfortunately, for Max Quiles there, off the front row of the grid, pushed right back into about 7th place there, it looks, but he goes up the inside again, very steadily through for the riders through this first sort of section, not trying to, well, unfortunately, suffer a similar fate to Joel Pons. But
he's so quick in practice. Leo Ramesdorff is one of the fallers, as you can see on the screen there.
And it's Jack Pottersan, the Thai rider, that went down with him, unfortunately, but it says both riders okay. No jump starts this time around either, but as we switch our attention back to the front, Quiles has made it back through to 2nd place, and he's followed by VEDA PRATAMA, Stand Up Indonesia.
And that is Jack. He's obviously okay and trying to get
That's what happened. That was ridiculously beyond track
limits.
That's
right. If you're going to use the track limits, you might as well, mate.
Yeah, you might as well, exactly. But in qualifying yesterday, I noticed they're all riding as one, well, a smaller pack, and then a
lowest part of the course. They're back to 1st gear. Some of them get through here in 2nd, but a lot of them have to go back to 1st and then climb the hill on the way out. And it is the 54 of VEDA PRATAMA who has the advantage.
Brilliant stuff then, so bigging him up, and there he goes, straight through in towards the front. Brilliant from the number 54. As I said, last year in race 1 at Mugello, a number 54 took the victory, but 51, Ariarte, your winner from Le Mans, has something to say about that now too.
Yeah, superb stuff. Didn't last very much. And again, number 28 is off on the green, Maxwell Kiers. I wouldn't be surprised to find him get a warning very shortly. Unfortunately, we see Morelli, number 95, has entered the pits with a technical issue. Oh, it is the 54 of VEDA PRATAMA back in front again.
3 abreast into Arrabbiata 2, and we now come down in towards Scarparia, one of the most iconic turns of this beautiful ribbon of asphalt, and it's still PRATAMA leading the way. The rider with the praying mantis on the back of his helmet. I'm not sure what adjective I can use from a praying mantis, but hey, it's something new in Rookies Cup.
And they're shuffling around, they're changing, you know, with every corner, and they haven't dropped that 2nd group, have they either? It still is, you know, Carter Thompson and co within a chance of being in the big battle here.
The pace is getting a lot better now as well. Most of these riders down towards the top 7 on the grid. We're setting mid 2 minute lap times, and that's about what they're running now. So the pace is getting better and better.
Right, they're down through the big sweeping left-hander and the 54 VEDA PRATAMA. It's the first time we've seen anyone with any kind of a lead at all, and it is the Indonesian 15-year-old. He has the advantage, and the guys know they've got to go after him.
There we are, the Spanish trio are coming after him then. Quiles, Ariarte and Carpe, off they go then. 3 winners so far this season. Quiles goes for the dive into San Donato. We have the new bees on the inside of that turn there. You can see that from the rumble strip there. They've got a grandstand view of this amazing action.
And it is now 13 riders battling for the win.
I'm absolutely buzzing for it, Peter. Here we go. 6 laps to go. We're about over half race distance now, and it's starting to heat up already. No sign of the rain or thunderstorms. It's all hell for leather as we finish this race.
And Kies has, you know, come back from
we got to blow up. That's Zani. Yeah, get off the track, Leo. Get off the track, please.
Yeah.
Get off. Thank you, into pit lane. There we are.
Yeah, well, that's good. Thank goodness for that. Thank goodness for that. Okay, right. Obviously, he's not going to take any further part in this. That's most unfortunate.
Shame.
That is a shame, because, you know, the guy had gone so well. He fell off in the first race in Jerez, got then a 12th, a 9th and an 8th, and was obviously looking to battle for the podium here. Disaster for the Italian. And that rather opened up things. That I think it split it up, really, when that happened in front of them. The guys back behind backed out, so that split up that 13-man group now. Anyway, let's see if they can get back on terms. It's Kies with the slightest advantage again, but only just. From the 83 of Alvaro Carpe, the 54 of VEDA PRATAMA. fan out across the track.
Peroni making his bid for the podium as well. He's been there or thereabouts, been sort of just quietly biding his time. He does this a lot now. He's been a very, very impressive first year, much like Brian Uriarte, but of course, Uriarte will have eclipsed his form a little bit with that win last time out on the podiums. But Peroni, he has already finished on the podium so far this year, and the very first time of asking, just missed it both times in Le Mans. Down to San Donato they come.
And who's late on the brakes? Is it the 54 of VEDA PRATAMA?
Ooh, who are we looking forward from? Is that Quiles? I think it is, towards Alvaro Carpe. Yeah, it was. Carpe shuts the door, but Moodley has moved up into third.
It's Uriarte who has the advantage. PRATAMA got back to fourth place, according to the graphic on the left of the screen. So that's how quickly things are changing. It certainly is Brian Uriarte in front. The 83 of Alvaro Carpe in a very close second.
Danish, Thompson, Pugliese, Plonk and Kristen Daniel are the riders down to 11th place chasing this group. You got 9 seconds further back from them. You got Kevin Farkas who crossed the line in 12th. First time around battling with Sullivan Mounsey and Milan Pavlec. Well, it's actually a big group all the way down to Rocco Sessler.
Yeah, it is. And Danish, as he said, he was looking to improve. He said, I can go faster from his 6th place qualifying. He's going to have to prove that now if he's going to drag his group back on terms with these guys.
Wow, you had VEDA PRATAMA going very, very wide there as Rouchet Moodley comes out the inside and nearly clips him. PRATAMA did not see him there, that's for sure, but he backed out all safely through as Quiles goes beyond track limits, but not onto the green, crucially.
No, that's right, onto the red, and that's just about okay.
That's a disadvantage.
Yeah. You're not on board with Zani because he's no longer in the race. Quiles on board. There you go. Right.
4 laps to go, Peter.
Yeah, it is 4 laps to go, and it's anybody's race, isn't it? Uriarte, Carpe, PRATAMA, Peroni, Quiles, Moodley, and can Danish drag that other quartet on terms with these guys?
Fastest,
in fact, Danish has.
There.
Danish has caught them.
Fastest lap of the race. He did so by 0.8 of a second. He's caught them up. He's bringing the other group back with him then. It's all to play for in these final few laps.
Superb stuff from Danish to be able to do that without any kind of a slipstream. Now he's picked up the slipstream, but he's chasing after Alvaro Carpe, who's got the 51 of Brian Uriarte on his tail.
He's been dealing with a bit of jet lag as well as Danish. He went home to Malaysia for just a few days after the Barcelona Junior GP. VEDA PRATAMA over track limits there, way beyond them, but hey, that's fine. Let's see how this transpires. It is Carpe out front.
And we haven't been notified of anybody having any track limits warnings yet, and there's 3.5 laps remaining.
This looks to be a bit of a break from Carpe and Uriarte. Uriarte managing to go with him and up through the inside. And Arrabbiata too. That's not the place you normally do that. What a move.
Absolutely superb stuff. Carpe has advantage, but then inside again comes Uriarte. Whoa.
And Quiles is back with him then. So clearly he carried the corner speed through Arrabbiata 1 and 2. This is brilliant.
Absolutely, and these guys, I think, are the main men battling for the cup. Obviously, others have got thoughts of championships, but they're...
Laps to go.
They were well wide, weren't they? And Max Mokier didn't need a second invitation. He picked up the lead almost easily there as he goes across the start-finish line. 54, VEDA PRATAMA is there, but it is the 83 of Alvaro Carpe who has the advantage. Then Quiles goes up the inside of VEDA as well. And round the outside... Brian Uriarte.
Just about gets it turned as the 28. Goodness me, that was as brutal as you like.
So there's another small break there as they go way up the hill. It's the 83 of Alvaro Carpe who has the slightest advantage. It's the furthest he's been in front. VEDA had a little bit of a break, but not as big as this one. I wonder what Carpe can do with that. Of course, if he's quick enough now, he'll actually arrive back at the start and finish in time to deny them a slipstream. But there's still a 3/4 of a lap for Quiles Uriarte to get back on terms.
Let's see then. The next 2 turns were crucial last time out. The big climb up Arrabbiata 1 over the Tricolore, down to San Donato, over the bump. Who is the last of the late breakers? Normally it's Quiles. Could it be VEDA PRATAMA? But no, it's Carpe. The 83 still leads out front.
And he is. And Quiles into 2nd place. Danish there is in 6th place. He's well placed. But, you know, when it's like this, who can say who's going to win this? Because it's, what, 8 guys battling for the lead. It's going to be a very, very very messy last lap. Pratama back in front.
This is what happens, Peter. They have reeled them back in. Nobody has managed to escape thus far. It's VEDA Pratama who's going to lead them into the final turn and out of it to start the final lap of this race one here at the iconic Mugello.
But will he lead across the line? Of course, this is one of the tracks where leading out of the car last corner doesn't necessarily win it. It does if you're that far in front, but you've got to have that kind of an advantage if you're not going to get slipstreamed across the finish line. It is still VEDA Pratama that has the advantage going on to the last lap here, but he's about to get pressured on the brakes.
It's Uriarte, that man again. He got, oh, it's going to be a big touch. Oh, VEDA gets pushed wide. Goodness me, how they all stayed upright, I do not know, but it's Uriarte who clear out of the chaos with Quiles in second.
And Perani is there as well, and there are 4 guys there trying to occupy the place where there should only have been 2 motorcycles.
Oh, Carter Thompson's way wide and onto the grass. He keeps it upright. Dearie me, Carter, you got unfortunate there. Much like VEDA Pratama, that's his bid for the win over another fight tomorrow.
Yes, it is the 51 of Brian Uriarte who has the advantage over Quiles. Ruche Moodley is in 3rd place, ahead of the 83 of Alvaro Carpe. Two-thirds of a lap to go.
Here we go then. What about Quiles through Arabiata 1 and 2? Oh, and it's Christian Daniel way wide there. Goodness me, he's going to go motocrossing across the grass. I hope that American has flat track experience. He's going to need it all he can. Get back on, try and finish in the top 10. That'll still be a great result for him. But back at the front we are. Moodley making a bid for the win. Carpe goes wide. It's chaos, Peter.
It is indeed. And just who's going to lead into that last corner? And talking to Max Quiles, he's, you know, how difficult it is. Who's going to lead? Who's going to get the slipstream coming out of it? It is Maximo Quiles who has the advantage. He's trying desperately to break away. He knows that it's tricky if you're the leader into the last corner. You can get slipstreamed across the start and finish line. Brian Uriarte is up into second place, ahead of Alvaro Carpe. It's the Spaniards who have the advantage, but only just from Ruche Moodley.
Danish and a few riders onto the green there. Who's going to get the jump and the drive to the line? This is it, Peter. It's a drag race in Rookies Cup again.
And of course, if you're on the green on the last lap, that's trouble. You're going to be penalised, and there's somebody else on the green stuff. But it is Maximo Quiles who can pass him. Can the 51 of Brian Uriarte pass him out of the slipstream? He's weaving around. He's going to... It's a photo finish, but I think Maximo Quiles had it, but it certainly was close. It's a very difficult angle we had, but I think...
Turn 1.
And he's there, and it just all concertinas up, doesn't it?
Peroni up the inside of Quiles.
And nobody's doing anything wrong there. They just don't all fit.
And Pratama heard it coming. You can see his body language, the way he sat up. He's ready for it. Something comes off a bike there as well. He was ready for that.
But as you say, to come back from there, he's gone back to at least 8th or even 10th place there, and to get back to finish 5th, he did exceptionally well.
This is looking forward from Quiles, I believe. Yeah, it is Quiles into Scarperia, ahead of Uriarte, who is a demon on the brakes himself.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah, and out of the last corner, just weaving there to try to break the slipstream. They're all hugging the slipstream, and they pull out at the last moment. They get to come close. It's so close, isn't it?
Goodness
that is
me.
so close.
Half a wheel's length across the line. Quiles knew he had it.